This is a documentary about people who are visually impaired. The title of each section is being read by a screen reader using synthetic speech. This is done to demonstrate what a blind student chooses on a daily basis.
I was very fortunate because I was really encouraged by my teacher and by my parents that I was really pushed to be independent and to work hard.
Slow down, wide, won't you?
By the time I was 10 years old, I could make dinner for my family. My mom always wanted to make sure that I wouldn't need anybody.
Ninth grade, I could have done a lot better. I could have pushed myself to do more.
Just kind of do more, because I think even now I think lack some of the confidence that I would like to have.
My parents pushed Braille, and they made my teachers teach me Braille, and I'm happy that I can now in college compete with my sighted peers.
And looking to peers, I never had people who were older than me, my peers and stuff that I kind of looked up to, respected.
I probably was several years ahead of my peers. I could have safely kept a house at age 11, and not just safely, but efficiently.
So I'm very lucky that my parents fought for my education and that my school was willing to support my needs.
I'm starting to learn more about my community and travel more independently and live on my own.
The freedom that being independent and being able to get around gives you and makes your life more interesting and exciting. I just think having been given that experience and really encouraged probably would have been a really good thing.
Because I kind of looked up to them because, like I said, they're in the same playing field as I was. They were visually impaired. They were moving on in the world and stuff. So I figured if they could do it, then I could do it.
How did you come to accept being blind?
Everyone's at a different level of acceptance of their blindness. I don't expect somebody sighted to say, oh sure, I wouldn't mind if I went blind tomorrow, because of course you would. You can't pretend you wouldn't. That'd be a huge thing to lose, but it's not a loss for me because I never had it. It's not a tragedy to me. I can't miss seeing anything because I haven't seen it before, and it's totally different for me than it would be for someone who lost their vision when they were older.
I think I was 10 years old, 11, when I first lost my sight. It was a brain tumor, and I guess some of that brain tumor was on my optic nerves, and that's the condition that led to my vision loss. It's called optic atrophy. And to tell you the truth, when that happened, because it was after surgery, I really didn't focus on it because I was already in pain and I was hurting everywhere.
Growing up, I rode a two-wheeler, I rollerbladed, I climbed trees, and I almost ran over the paper boy once. But other than that, I had a great time. I fell down and I got bruises, but so does every other kid. And I'm sure my mom was in the house having half a heart attack, but she still let me do it because she wanted me to do everything that everyone else was doing.
I have the same condition that Megan, Waylon, and Sean have. Totally blind, born. I had a lot of vision teachers. You can't expect them to teach you everything. You can't just go halfway. So, the school will teach you some things, but a lot of it you need to learn on your own.
It was through osmosis or whatever. I don't think I made a conscious decision necessarily, but I realized the importance of speaking up, of speaking to what I needed in terms of accommodations, and really, making sure that I had equal access.
For a couple years, I was in a denial stage. I threw myself a pity party pretty much, pretty much feeling ashamed of myself, being mad at others.
And I think that that was true when I was a kid. So I think really just staying on me about the importance of of accepting and acknowledging the situation, of the importance of being independent and how much I would get out of that. And then I think also real life experiences would help.
Finally, one day it just clicked, and I started accepting who I really am, like inside and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, I am like a regular person, but I have a disability, and I gotta work with that. So, you know, I started using my canes, started improving my mobility skills.
This is basically my means of transportation. It helps me get around. It's basically my second set of eyes.